Welcome, everybody, back to the Daily Dose of Your Ultimate Sales Machine. Amanda Holmes here, CEO of Chet International, and I have with me Luis of the Biz Bros. You are a super fan of Ultimate Sales Machine. Can you share with us one of your favorite quotes? Here is your daily dose of the Ultimate Sales Machine coming to you from the new edition. Visit ultimatesalesmachine.com to get your copy or multiple copies. I am your host, Amanda Holmes, CEO of Chet International. What you're about to learn has assisted 250,000 businesses to generate billions of dollars, working faster, better, smarter.
Absolutely. So this one, it kind of like brought me back to my soccer days, right? I played soccer my whole life. That's actually how I came here to the United States. And if I'm not mistaken, your dad was an athlete too, right? Did he do karate?
Yes.
Absolutely. So, reading this, it kind of like brought me back to those days. And we relate a lot of, our athletic career to our entrepreneurial career. I feel like it has a lot of parallels. So the quote goes, train or feel the pain. With consistent training every week in every area of your company, you can put higher and higher standards into place and raise the bar of performance for your entire staff. If you really want to become the ultimate sales machine, training is an absolute must at every level, no matter how large or how small you might be. And, again, that brings me back to my soccer days when our dad used to say, hey, the soccer competition is massive. There's millions of kids that want to make it professionally. How are you going to beat them? Right. And the answer was, you have to practice, right? Either you practice or you fall behind. And then when we start a business, it's honestly the same thing, right? You have competitors and they are trying to be the best at what they're doing. And so are you. You're trying to exceed expectations also of your clients. You're trying to do a really good job. And to do that, you need to always keep educating the people that are working for you, right? I love this phrase, either you're growing or you're dying. And I feel like that just represents as well the business, right? For us, we work in the content world and that just evolves so quickly. So personally, how we do this is we have a content channel that we share with all the people that edits, that take part of the editing process. And every time we look at content that calls our attention, that has a good hook, that maybe is edited in a very specific way, we're always sharing that with the team. Hey, what about this? What do we think about that? How can we deconstruct this and try to do it for our clients? And then every 2 weeks, we have a meeting all together where we pick a few of these and then we start talking about how can we make this a process? How can we systemize this so we can roll it out into clients, or at the least, at the minimum, evaluate, do we think this is a good option? Is this, should we go with this or not? Should we stay doing the same? We're always evaluating on how we can improve on the product. So again, we got to train or we're going to feel the pain.
That is great. I love how you tie it back to that too. I was a gymnast, and my gymnastics coach always said, practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect.
Yep.
So it's not just about doing it over and over again, because you could be doing it wrong. You have to make sure that you're doing it right when you do it over.
Absolutely. I actually heard this phrase not too long ago. I think it was from Les Brown. He's like a motivational speaker. And he said, practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes improvement. And I was like, I love that. I love that because, and I took this from somebody else, right? But they said, when you talk about be best kind of like says that there's a ceiling to it, that you cannot keep growing. You want better, because when you say better, it means that there's another level above it and you can always keep improving. And I relate that to that phrase, right? Practice makes improvement, meaning you get better. Therefore, there's a next level that you can keep practicing for to, keep leveling up every single time.
And that's where the confidence comes too, right? Where you prepare. When you prepare
absolutely.
enough and you practice enough, then the confidence is very clear. I look back on the last decade of being a part of my father's organization. I'm like, it's so easy to do this or that in the business. And I realized, well, it's because I've been doing it over and over and over and over and over again for a decade now. Like
Yep.
you get your reps in, right? So
Absolutely. I mean,
it's critical.
confidence comes from experience. I was actually having a conversation with my brother not too long ago, and I was telling him how I wanted to have the same confidence that I have in the soccer field. Because if I'm being honest, that is the place where I feel the most comfortable, the most confident, and it's because I've been playing soccer my whole life. And I'm retired, right? I'm playing like adult leagues, but I'm playing like 5 times a week. I still play a lot, and I feel so confident every time I'm playing. And I'm telling my brother, I want to feel as confident as I feel in the soccer field doing anything else, right? Whether that is sales or running the company, leadership outside of the soccer field. And like you said, it comes from experience, that big headed discipline of doing something over and over and over again, knowing that at first it might not be as good as you want to, but over time you're going to improve and therefore build that confidence.
It's all, I think also it's about focusing on where you want to be better, get better and better, right? Because if we just do all of these different
Mm,
things all the time, then you become this generalist as opposed to just getting laser focused on where your strengths lie.
yeah.
I think of like when I think of my team and elevating everyone around me to their best potential. I think of we have this intern. His name is Luke, and he's 13. Shh, don't tell anybody. Uh, and his strength is speaking. When he talks, people listen. His ability to communicate is more articulated and clear than grown adults. For a 13-year-old, it is shocking how
Mm,
impressive he is. Now, how do you take that skill and put it into a business setting to get him to do different jobs? I haven't quite figured out, but at least I know
mm,
his strength and I'm telling him that's your strength. Let's get you in front of the camera as much as possible. You could be great there. That is where, when you communicate, that is your gift in life. So finding where that gift is and then honing it and crafting it and finding different ways to also monetize it is pretty great. And then how you incorporate into a team is
absolutely.
also.
Yeah, I just remember. I mean, we recently just recorded an episode with your friend Ted Miller, and that's actually one of the quotes chapters that he picked. He picked about kind of like hiring performers, hiring great people, right? So finding those strengths and then developing those is key.
Wow, well, I love this. I could talk to you all day about this.
Same thing. I got plenty of markers here, so I can come back anytime you want.
I love that. And there is another daily dose of your ultimate sales machine. Make sure to get your copy or copies at theultimatesalesmachine.com. There's a lot of special bonuses that you can't get going to Amazon, so make sure you check it out at ultimatesalesmachine.com.